Hey, good afternoon. It's time for another episode of Coffee with Mr. Larry. And yep, it's an afternoon cup today because this is kind of when I got there. So we're going to do something different today. I'm going to teach a math lesson. And for all the people that know me, they're laughing about that. But I want to teach you something that kind of tied into what we talked about yesterday because you need to know how to do this kind of stuff yourself. All right. So this will be short and quick and sweet and to the point, I think. So let's get going and we'll see what happens. All right. So yesterday we talked about stuff they don't want to know, don't stuff they don't want you to know, and we're really kind of honing in on the way mortgage calculations are made. And I can do that because I'm a licensed mortgage originator. How about them apples? And so here's what I wanted you to see. We get so, I got two in the mail today about wanting to refi my house and take cash out and save money and have a big time and drop your interest rate and all of that. And all of that's nothing wrong with that. But here's what I want you to see is I want you to see how lulled into this whole low interest rate environment that we've allowed us to become, right? Now again, here's an amortization schedule, 30-month fixed loan, 36, try that again, 30-year fixed loan, traditional the way you're going to go get them, right? At 3% that we're so proud of, that we're fighting to get, that 3% is called the stated interest rate. It is not what you're actually paying on the loan. We talked about this yesterday. But I want to show you how you can calculate it for yourself, right? You see me bring this up on the screen and you go, okay, yeah. But I want you to see how you need to go do this for you because there's a purpose in all of this. So let me show you how to do it. I use the numbers off of that scenario, which is 3%. Your numbers are going to vary, right? And depending on where you are in your loan and all that, there's going to be some differences to this, but you need to go pull a statement. Go get the latest mortgage statement that you can find. And in the middle of that page, with all the gobbledygook on there, you will find these numbers. These are the ones I want you to get. Go find the principal payment for the month, the interest payment for the month. Ignore the escrow amount. That's not going to change, right? I mean, escrow is escrow. And so that's your insurance if you choose to do it. That's your insurance and your property taxes, and those are just going to be there. But I want you to go count and get those two numbers, the principal amount, the interest amount, and then add them together. And that means your P&I, your principal and interest payment, in this example is $1,264.81. Got it? Cool. So write that number down. And then here's how you do the calculation on your interest, what you're paying on this interest. You take that interest amount, which we just got, $750, divide it by the total payment, which is $1,264.81, multiply it by 100 if you want to get it rounded up to real numbers, and it's 59.29%. That is a long way from 3%, right? And you saw it yesterday, and you can run, again, depending on where you are and all of that, you can calculate where you are and what your interest rates are, right? Here's why I'm telling you that. I'm telling you all of that, right? Is you need to know the truth, number one. And number one is you need to know that you're not paying 3% or 3.5%, 4%. Now, obviously, us math wizards know that 3% stated interest rate is better than 4% stated interest rates, and that's better than 14% stated interest rate, right? But there's a huge walk in the park difference between stated and real. What does that mean? Well, I'll tell you a little story. To quote my friend Brian, I'm going to tell you a story. The other day, we're talking because there's a way, and I'm going to show you tomorrow, there's some ways that you can do something about those interest rates wherever you are. And I was talking to this fellow the other day, and he said, I got, a little bit of money I can do something with. What should I do with it? And I said, well, I don't know. You could put it in the stock market. That's an option, and that's money at risk, and you could lose it. His CPA said, put your money in a SEP, which is kind of like an IRA, and take the tax deduction. Well, that's what CPAs do. They're there to help you minimize your taxes today, right? Not paying any attention to what the taxes may be when you go to take it out. And I said, well, let me just ask you a couple of questions. I said, because we're talking to him about doing a different kind of mortgage that would really change how the mortgage interest is calculated. I said, let me ask you a question. Because his mortgage payment is exactly about what I just showed you. He's paying about 59% money on his interest. And I said, let me ask you a question. Where in the world can you go get a 59% return on your money? I'll wait. Because you can't, right? So one option would be to get rid of that 59% and replace it with something smaller. Even if you pay it down, even if you put that money against it in another way, right? My point is there is no right or wrong answer, but there is some things that you can do to better yourself if you know the rules. Sometimes in the money game, it's like learning to play cards from your Uncle Charlie. Remember? Your uncle might not have been Charlie, but your uncle, right? Sometimes to win, they make up or go to somebody's. Here's a better example. Go to somebody's house and have them teach you the first time how to play Monopoly, right? You remember playing Monopoly? Every household had a different set of rules. But you need to know the rules. You need to know the financial rules. You need to understand, and this is going to hurt somebody's feelings, you need to understand the banks are not your friends. The stock market ain't your friend. Right? The mortgage company's not your friend. The insurance company's not your friend. They're tools. And you need to learn to use them the right way. So, enough of my preaching. I wanted you to know how to calculate your own. I can't tell you the number of disagreements when I've told somebody what their interest payments were or their interest rate was, and they kind of call me out on it, right? And then what do? What I just taught you to do, go get a statement. Go get your statement. Calculate the interest that you're paying. It'll be right there on the statement. If you have any questions about any of that or just want to talk about it, give me a call. You can send me a text message or message me here on Facebook. I'm here to help you. I'm here to have conversation. Have a great day. It's a beautiful day in Savannah, Georgia, headed toward the 80s again. Isn't that great? And I will see you, the good Lord willing, and the creek don't rise. We'll be back here tomorrow for another cup of coffee with Mr. Larry. Take care. God bless you. See you later. Bye-bye.